much fun reading all your comments. I almost forgot it was 9:30. Well, hello everyone. I hope you had a marvelous new year so far. I was sitting here thinking, boy, it's been a long week this week. It's only Tuesday. So, anywho, let's get started with our clink in. I've got my Coffee and Crochet with Sara mug. Clinkety, clink, clink, and clink. Now, I noticed some of you were asking some questions, and I'll try to answer those real quick. One of them was Kim was asking about the t-shirts with the logo on them. When I first started doing some of this logo stuff, I did have some t-shirts, and I have some leftover ones. I've been thinking about just listing them on Etsy just for the price of shipping, because they do cost about $5 to ship, but these are all leftover, so I might do that if you're interested. I might just do that just so that it covers, the shipping. And I think most of them are just in large. So we had so many issues with the sizing. I was going through a particular company, and they said that the sizing of the shirts was true. Well, it wasn't, unless you're a tiny little person. And then I went with another company who said their sizing was true, and they were like on the opposite side, and all their shirts were huge. And so I thought, you know what, we're just not going to do the shirts. But if you want to order one of the coffee mugs, the person, or I should say company that does them, I don't make any money on these. They just do them for me, and they make the money, and they're very inexpensive. It's called Magic Mugs, and it's on Etsy. Just go to Etsy, put in Magic Mugs. They usually have a listing for it, but if they don't, you can order anything on their shop and just tell them you want the Coffee and Crochet logo, and they'll put it on for you. They're a really great company. They're out of Texas. And I love to shop local, and I also love to shop small businesses. And so if you want a coffee mug, you can order that through Magic Mugs, okay? The other thing is I do have these bags that are the canvas bags, and then the muslin bags. And I took them down off of my Etsy because I need to order some more of the iron screen print portion. This one's pretty wrinkly. It's like one of the last ones I have left, okay? We are going to make some more. I just have to get some more of the bags in, and also some more of the screen print put on them. This is a heat thing, and I have to have some more of those put on them. So they're not listed right now in my Etsy shop, but I'll try to get them up there. Okay, so we have a lot to talk about today. I'm really excited about what we have going on today. Today is the first Tuesday in January, so we are going to have our mystery box giveaway. All right. Now, if you win the giveaway, and again, the way the giveaways work is we do once a month, we do a giveaway. The first Tuesday of the month, I tell you what the giveaway is, and then you have 2 weeks, and I'll announce the winner's name 2 weeks from today on our live video if you win. Now remember, it's a brand new year. Anybody can win. Even if you've won in the past, like a couple of years ago, it's a brand new year. Anybody can win. Okay, so the winner will receive their choice of one of my canvas bags or one of my Coffee and Crochet. This one's canvas, this one's muslin, okay? You'll get a choice of one of those, and you'll get this box stuffed full of yarn, and there's just some things. It's a mystery box, so I'm not going to show you everything, but there's $50 worth of yarn in here, and you can see there's different varieties of yarn. Cottons, acrylic, and this is one with a little pom-pom that comes on it, but there's a lot more down inside of there. It's just stuffed. And I will warn you, when you win this box of yarn, if you're the winner, I will have it jam-packed full. And when you open it, it will probably be a big yarn explosion. Okay, so it'll be fun. All right, so to win this box of yarn, stuffed full, and your choice of one of our bags, 2 weeks from today, I'll announce the winner. How do you enter? All you have to do is comment on today's video, whether you watch it live or watch it later. Any comment that you've made is an entry. And all of you that have already been commenting, you're already entered. All right, now that is exciting, and that's our yarn giveaway number 1. Now let me tell you about our yarn giveaway number 2. I'm going to set these aside. This week, a wonderful, nice lady named Kristen contacted me, and she asked me if I would tell you all about their giveaway. And this giveaway is a really important giveaway because what they're doing is they're giving away yarn to either a group. Actually, they're doing a group in Canada, a group in America, and then some individuals who do items for charities. The charities can be your beanies for bravery, or it can be for, infant babies in hospitals. There's also the domestic violence charities. Any of those charities that you participate in making things for, can be involved in this giveaway. I'm going to click over to this other camera so that you can see. This is the paperwork that she sent me. Free yarn for your charitable projects. And to apply, you need to click the link. And I put the link down underneath our video in that description box. You can find it out there, or you can go to the blog link I've also added. And I've got the link on my blog as well. We know many wonderful people knit and crochet for good causes. We'd love to help out. Go to the link above, which is that. Fill out the form and tell us your story. And they're going to be giving away $4,000 worth of yarn to individuals and groups. And this is the breakdown right here. $1,000 worth of yarn to a Canadian group. That's like a crochet or knitting group that knits and crochets for charities or has a particular charity they give to. Like St. Jude Hospital takes hats for their patients. Okay, $1,000 of yarn to an American group. Okay, and then they're going to do 10 times $200 worth of yarn to some Canadian or American individuals who crochet for charities. Okay, now the way to get involved in this giveaway is go to that link. And again, I've got the link provided in that description box underneath this video. You can go to that link, or you could go to the link for the blog, and I have the link straight to the blog there, or straight to this as well. And there's just a little, when you go over to their site, there's a little application. They just want to know your name, what your charity is you give to, like that, so they know that you are a legitimate person who is making something for charities. And I think this is amazing because there are tons of charities that we can give to. Dog rescues, they need blankets because if not, the dogs have to lay on the cement floor. Again, we talked about domestic violence, and I know a lot of us have been involved with Rose Loves Crochet and her cause with Wings. It's a great project, and it's a great charity to make things for. A lot of us, I know a lot of us that used to do small hats and things in some of the hospitals. There are some different regulations and things because of the COVID that we have to be careful of. So make sure when you do that, you call ahead or email ahead and talk to those in charge of those charities. I know St. Jude's for a while wasn't accepting hats and things, and that's one of my favorite charities. My chair's rolling. But St. Jude's is one of my favorite charities. I have had friends who have been a part of St. Jude's and one particular young lady who is near and dear to my heart had cancer when she was 5, and she went to St. Jude's. The St. Jude's took care of all of their housing, their food, and everything while they were down there. And to this day, this young lady is a wonderful young lady. And it's a miracle because of what St. Jude's did. And that's another really good charity that I love. And there's tons of other ones as well. Beanies for Bravery is another one. That's through Snappy Tots. They make hats for our soldiers that are over fighting in different countries and are stationed in different areas. And there's a lot of really great, great charities out there. So if you have a group that meets together and does these things for charities, if you have just you and you do it, go to that site that I told you about. And again, the link is underneath this video in that description box. You can hit that link, or you can go to my blog. The first link you'll see is the blog link. You can go to that link, and then I have the link also on my blog. Please, if you do this, please apply. Okay, something that's very, very important. You have to apply for this by January 18th, 2022. January 18th. Wait, that's the wrong date. I think I wrote the wrong date down on here. January 13th. Scratch out January 18th. It's January 13th. Okay? January 13th, 2022. January 18th is 2 weeks from today. That's when our giveaway ends. Okay? But to apply for the charity, Yarn for Charities, January 13th. That's 1-3. 2022. Go and do it. Go and do it. If you can get yarn to help you make things for charities, it's a great, great cause. And I was so happy when she sent this to me and said, would you mind talking about this? I said I would be happy to, because I think this is wonderful. So many people that I know that are friends of mine that knit and crochet, they go and try to get the yarn on clearance and on sale. They go to Goodwills and other places and make sure they get some good yarns. You have to be careful when going to some of the Goodwills and like Salvation Army and things, because some of that yarn's been boxed up and out in those storage units and things. And so you have to really check it to make sure it's okay. And also, another really good charity is the Cancer Association of America. They take donations for hats all the time. And one of the things that I really loved when my mom was going through cancer, when she would go, because I would take her once a week for her chemo, and then later on every day for radiation. But they would have these just baskets of hats and headbands, and they would be so much fun because they would be some really silly hats. And some really fun hats too. Really nice hats. And all kinds of different headbands and things. And these are great charities. And sometimes we have leftover yarns or leftover things that would be great to give to charities. That's why I said, one of the things I'm trying to do this year is, believe it or not, I spent a couple hours in here yesterday cleaning up my yarn room and cleaning up, just getting a bag full of hats and scarves and things that I want to take over to our food bank. And because I have a lot of tester items, because even though I have other people testing, I test them too, And sometimes I switch yarns around and stuff. And so it's a good idea to give a lot of those things away. I saw a thing the other day. There's a group here in my area, and they make scarves, hats, and I think mittens, and the mittens are all knit. And they put a little tag on these items, and it says, "I'm not lost, I'm left here for you." And I think that's the neatest thing. How big is my yarn room? Oh, I think it's about maybe 26 by 26, maybe? I don't know. The truth of the matter, it seems smaller because I've got so much stuff in here. It's just an average size bedroom. Basically we live, our house is, our bedrooms are on the second floor. And so we have our master bedroom with our bathroom. And then my husband's office is the second bedroom. And then my office or yarn room is the third bedroom. And we're blessed this way because our house is built on 3 stories. The bottom story is a walkout basement. And that's where all our guests stay because we remodeled the basement to have bedrooms and living area and kitchen, things like that, for people that come by and visit us. And we like to use it as a missionary suite and anybody who's our friends visiting, so they can have a nice comfortable area. So we have guest rooms down there, basically. So long story short, I think it's about 26 by 26, maybe. It might be 28 by 26 because it's longer than it is deep. That's why I could fit 2 of these bookshelves in the back. So anyway, I'm really blessed to have this room. I call it my yarn studio. It's really just, the 3rd bedroom upstairs. So, anywho, someone asked me, how do I keep the sun off my yarn? Well, I have this big window over here, but I have a darkening shade. And the reason I have a darkening shade is when my granddaughter stays with me, she doesn't want to stay downstairs. She wants to stay upstairs. And so I have a fold-out bed that Max and Rosie sleep on all the time. And I just fold it out. But she does not like light in this room. She likes to sleep in total darkness. And so I've got a big shade over there. And so the room never gets any sunlight. So anyway, I hope that answered your question. I know I get on rabbit trails and I hop on over. Okay, anyway, let me sleep through here. Norma says she works at a food pantry and soup kitchen. We just have a food bank that it's part of the National Rocky Downtown Food Bank, and my son or somebody else, they just go take a big semi and they go down and fill it up, and then they bring it down here, and then we distribute it here. I don't do it anymore myself just because I can't unload the boxes anymore, but we have a great group at our church that does. As a matter of fact, last Sunday we did a great big water thing for all the fires from Boulder County. A lot of houses, I think they said 1,000 houses were burnt out in Boulder County from that big fire. And so on Sunday morning at 11 o'clock, we just had cars lined up the parking lot, bringing in water and supplies to be taken out to Boulder. And so my church is really good about getting involved in that stuff. And it's a blessing to me to see so many people. I call it see so many people loving so many people, because sometimes, you always hear love those who are the hardest to love. And sometimes when people are down on their luck, they're a little bit prideful, so it's hard for them to go and get what they need. And so you have to love them and say, it's okay. We've all been hard on our luck at one time or another, and we just want to help. But it's a prideful thing for all of us to say, I need some help. I can't feed my family, or, I need a little gas money for my car or something like that. And so, yeah, we have a really great group of people that really love to help. And it's a blessing to me, because, there have been times when, many, many years ago when we were young Air Force people, my husband was in the Air Force, and, you don't have a lot of money and you got little kids, it's nice to have someone to help you out, so. Oh, she's talking about, Debbie says she didn't know animal shelters needed blankets. Yes, they do. And the reason is they try to keep them on cement areas so that they can clean them up easily. Well, dogs have to lay on a cement floor, and even cats, until someone adopts them. And so if you can, I did this thing, oh my goodness, probably 10 years ago. We called it Grannies to the Rescue. And we made these granny square blankets, and I took them over to the rescue. I've forgotten the name of it. I can't remember. Anyway, so that the dogs could just have a blanket to lay on. And you don't want to use your great yarns that are your special expensive yarns. You can use up all your leftover acrylics and make these, and they're just squares. You make crochet squares and you just make squares, or you can make a great big crochet square. I want to say 36 by 36 inches. Maybe it was 24. I can't remember. I think it's 36 by 36. Because you want to make it big enough for a bigger dog to be able to curl up on it. And then when the dog is adopted, a lot of times, if the blanket's in good shape, they give it to the person who's adopting the dog. If it's worn out, a lot of times they can just throw them away, because they're made out of inexpensive yarns, but it keeps dogs from having to lay on the cold floor, basically. Okay, I'm just looking through here. I have, we were talking about my scrap happy crochet along. I do have a dog blanket that is going to be one of them. Just to kind of give you an idea what we're going to do with that, I've got a great big bag we're going to make with scraps. I've got a dog blanket and some other blankets as well. I've also got a rug, which can be a blanket as well. And so what we'll do with all of the scrap yarns, some of them will do just, one strand, some 2, maybe 3, maybe 4. We'll be using all different thicknesses of yarns, and I'll also be showing you how to change colors so you don't have knots and things like that. And it's really going to be a really fun crochet along. We'll have one big project a month. And like I said, I try to do that on the third Monday of each month. One thing you'll find out about me if you haven't followed me is I'm probably a little bit too organized. I'm not very flexible body-wise or personal-wise. So I really try to stay on my schedule. And I'll have people say, can you just whip up a quick video? I can't, because I schedule everything 3 or 4 months out. I've got the next 3 months already scheduled, and I'm already working on spring, warmer spring and summer type projects. And so, yeah, occasionally I can squeeze one in, or I've got one already, going. But anyway, I went on another rabbit trail, didn't I? Okay, so we have our mystery box giveaway. 2 weeks from today, I'll announce the winner. And then we have our charity giveaway. I want you to go to that site and apply, because they're giving away lots of yarn for charities. And I think that's an amazing thing. It really, really is. Oh, the brands. I was going to tell you the brands. I wrote it down. The brands they're giving away are Bernat and Patons. Okay? And Bernat and Patons yarn to 12 individuals and groups, $4,000 worth of yarn. That is just amazing to me. All right, let's move along to what's new this week at Posh Pooch Designs. I have so many notes, I had to have 2 pages worth. Okay, so let's see. We did the Hexie pot holder, and I love these. They've done really well. Beige, and I did this one in blues. And then my favorite, of course, is this purple one. And they're super fun to make. And I had a couple people tell me they weren't big enough. They're 11 by 11 inches. My biggest pot will sit right just fine on it. But if you want to make it bigger, you can continue with the pattern and make it as big as you want to. One woman told me that she took 2 of them and sewed them together here and then put the trim on so she could put her big casserole dish on. That's a great idea. And I love stuff like that, because you're taking a pattern that I designed and you're just tweaking it a little to make it so that you can still use it. Isn't that a neat idea? She made the 2 hexagons, she stitched them together, and then did the simple single crochet trim around. And now it's wide enough. Let me flop these down here. Kind of, like this, to put her large casserole dish on. Super cool idea. All right. We did that. Then we also did this behind me. I'm going to flip over there to that camera. This is what we call our fruit striped cowl. Now, I wrote this pattern about 7 years ago, and I used a little bit thicker yarn. I think it was Kim asked me which yarn it was. I can't remember the name, but it was a Lion brand number 5. It was a little bit thicker, so it was a little bit chunkier. And the truth is, you can make this out of thicker yarns if you want to. Just remember, it's going to be longer and thicker, and you'll need to use the recommended crochet hook that the yarn you're using is calling for. All right? This yarn is our Karen yarn. This is not the one I use, but this is the style. It's the Karen Cakes. This yarn is 80% acrylic and 20% wool. You don't have to use this yarn. This is just what I used. The one back there I think is called, I want to say Tutti Frutti, but I know that's not right. I think it was Confetti. I think it was called Confetti. It has all those beautiful stripes. And most of the Karen Cakes have 5 different colors. And what I did is I wanted my stripes on my cowl to be even. And so I cut apart each color, rolled it into a ball, and that way I could change colors and make it even. You don't have to do it that way, of course. If you don't mind, and a lot of times the projects I don't mind, just having the colors flow as they do. But I didn't want to this time. I wanted my stripes to be even. But also, you can use any medium weight number 4 yarn for this project. You could do it in your variegateds. You could do it in ombres. and solid. You could stripe it more times or less times. The original pattern only had 3 colors. And because the Karen cake has 5 beautiful colors, it's got a bright pink and orange and yellow, and then it's got a lighter purple and then a darker purple, like a lavender and a purple or an orchid and a purple. Really pretty. And so I thought because the name was Fruit Striped Cow, I'd keep it with some bright colors. But we just called it that because originally those yarns were really bright colors as well. And so basically it's just a striped cow. If you aren't a real expert crocheter, this pattern is for you. It's super easy. I didn't put it at beginner because, you know, beginner is different than easy. Okay, beginner is a whole lot easier than easy. Easy is the next step up. I get people all the time telling me this pattern is not for beginners. I'm like, you're right. It's not. It's easy. So it is an easy pattern. It's basic double crochets and then double crochet, chain 1, skip 1 sort of thing. And then you just repeat that for as long as wide as you want it. You can make this cow longer. You can make it wider. It's totally adjustable. And all that information, of course. And remember, anytime I show you a pattern, it's on the YouTube channel. It's on the blog with a free pattern. You can also find it on Ravelry. Okay? Most of the time, they're already on Ravelry before they're even on YouTube. Just depends on, because a lot of my patterns I'm updating, like this one, and rewriting it and, you know, giving you more information. I said that other day. I look at some of my patterns I wrote 25, 30 years ago, and I think, what was I thinking? So, yeah. Sometimes I'll get a message like, I don't know this, understand this pattern. I'm like, yeah, it's an old pattern. Let me walk you through it. So, don't worry about that sort of thing. All right, now, let's talk about Friday Fun Day, and then I'll let you go. Last week, we made these silly hats that you could use as, you know, place markers or whatever, and we added just a fun little floppy pom-pom. And then I showed you how to make the crackers. It's super fun. And they're called crackers, not because there's crackers inside. There's candy in there. You know, but just something fun to do. They're great for parties. You don't have to be New Year's Eve or Christmas or whatever. They're great for parties. And you use a toilet paper roll, fill it with candy, put your tissue on there, add your ribbons, and then when it's time to pop them open, you just pop your thumb in there and rip it off. That's why it's important to use something you can tear open easily. All right. I don't know what she's talking about. Okay. Anyway, every now and then I see the comments move, and I wonder what they're talking about, but it might not go on with what I'm saying right at the moment. All right, now this Friday, for Friday Fun Day, we do have a pattern for tomorrow. I'm going to try, I've got all the test bag, I think it's ready to go for our funky, chunky poncho. And we're going to be using a bulky number 6 yarn. And it's made to go with the I think the smoke in the air has made my throat kind of dry. So please excuse that. Anywho, the Funky Chunky Poncho is made to go with the anniversary cakes from Yarnspirations. But you don't have to use their yarn. You can use any bulky number 6 yarn. It's really simple. It's fun. And it has kind of hippie vibe to it. And I love it. So we're going to do that tomorrow. I've got all the tests back. I just got to make sure everything's ready to go. And then on Friday, for Friday Fun Day, we're going to begin some Valentine's stuff. And I've got some fun little projects for all our Friday Fun Days already lined up. And I'm super excited about it because I love Valentine's Day. A lot of people call it the no date day or desperate for a date day. I don't think of it that way. I always think of it this way. Your Valentine doesn't have to be someone you're in love with. It just has to be someone you care about. It can be your best friend. It can be your puppy. Or you can get a new Valentine by going to the animal shelter. Because, you know, both of my dogs are rescues. I believe in shopping. I mean, I believe in adopting. Don't shop. You need to go and check out the rescues. They're full of wonderful dogs that just need some love. And so don't worry about Valentine's Day if you don't have a date. You don't have to have a date. It's just about loving the people that are around you. Okay? So we're going to start some Valentine fun stuff this Friday at Friday Fun Day. All right? I've talked myself till my throat is dry. So I'm going to let you go. Be sure and go to that link and apply for that free yarn for your charity work, okay? All right. I'm going to let you go, and I'll see you next Tuesday. Wait, yeah, Tuesday. I don't know what day of the week it is.